We're here with a full-time entrepreneur update. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Ashley Goode and I'm a brand strategist. I help women package their purpose into marketable and engaging brands online. So today is my 2-month anniversary of me being a full-time entrepreneur. For those of you who are new, 2 months ago I quit my job to do my business full-time. I've been sharing my journey with you guys, so today I want to provide you with an update on how it's been going, what I've been learning, and definitely invite you guys to ask me any questions you may have or any content or videos that you want to see as it pertains to this topic. So little update. Well, let's rewind. Quit my job July 22nd. The first month I gave you guys, well, the first few weeks I gave you guys updates and things that I've learned, things that you can apply to your current life if you plan to quit your job. Around that time, I was still getting used to time management, trying to figure out like a daily routine so I can be more productive as an entrepreneur, because usually when you work a job, you know what time you're getting up, what time you need to be to work, clock in, clock out, know when you're eating lunch. So throughout that experience in the beginning, I was trying to get a flow for things and figuring out best time to wake up, best time for me to work. And I think I've mastered it now. I know that for me, how I like to start my days is to wake up, to stretch, to spend time with God, whether that be meditating, journaling, praying, and then get into my workout. And then from there, I'll start eating, and then I'll work on my business. So I'm being more intentional about starting my day with a clear head, so I'm not just getting up and starting to work. So that way I'm really focusing on feeling good, making sure my mind's right, and that I have peace before I start my day, because that's very important, especially coming from someone like me, where I came from being in a 9-to-5 hustling all the time. Now I have to learn that work is not life. This is my new life. I have to figure out how to create a work schedule for myself, and also find new things that appeal to me that I like to do on a daily basis and things of that nature. So I know last time too, the last video for my update, I was kind of struggling with making time for myself and finding things that I like to do. So recently, y'all, I went horseback riding and fell in love. I haven't been horseback riding since I was like 12 or 13, and I did been wanting to ride horses, and my wife surprised me with a horseback riding date, and so we did that. So now I really want to get into horseback riding, so that's a new hobby that I'm starting to invest in. I've also got back to roller skating, with some other stuff that I did. I became a pescatarian, y'all, and for anyone who knows me, know that's crazy, because I'm a girl who loves to eat and she loves meat, but I've really been focusing on my like physical health along with my mental and emotional health. But my physical health was something that I wanted to crack down on, because coming from my space of where my job was, I was so used to not eating breakfast. I was used to like working through a lunch because I just simply didn't have the time to eat, and I would be lightheaded, exhausted, and burnt out. So it was my duty to make sure that I was fueling my body with water, with foods that are healthy, so I can feel better, live a long life, do what I want to do, start my family, have my kids, and still live a long life and be healthy. So I started working out every day, y'all. I lost about 8 pounds. I'm so happy. And I started eating better. So my wife, she's a total advocate for eating real food. And when I say real food, I mean like not buying processed, like frozen dinners, not eating ramen, like actually buying real fruits and vegetables. We actually, when we eat pizza, we make the yeast. If we eat bread, we make the actual yeast, make the actual bread. If we're eating spaghetti, we make the actual tomato sauce. So eating things that are made by us, so we're controlling what is in our food. So we've been just spending more time with my wife, with my family, and really enjoying moments of rest, because a lot of times when I was in that space of balancing my job and my 9-to-5, well no, balancing my business and my 9-to-5, I always had this guilt around relaxation. I always had this thing that when I was at peace or in a state of rest, that I felt like I always need to be doing something. So now I'm having to unprogram my mind and unlearn these habits. So the first thing that's the big first thing that I've learned as an entrepreneur is there's a lot of deprogramming that you have to do, coming from a 9-to-5 mindset to a full-time boss mindset. And 9-to-5, when you have a side hustle, your mindset surrounds balance. So how much time in a day do you have after you done, you're done working, what times and areas and days work best to work on your business. Now that I'm completely full-time entrepreneur, now it's an even more work-life balance. What days work best, what times work best. I create my own schedule. I don't have to work 5 days a week. I don't have to work 9 to 5 or, for 8-hour days. I create my own schedule. So giving myself complete grace and freedom to live life on my terms and do what I want to do. If I want to go, I don't know, fly to Mexico in the middle of the week, not feel guilty about it. So if you are new to entrepreneurship and this is your first time becoming a full-time entrepreneur, give yourself freedom and grace. Do not be hard on yourself, because I know, coming from the world of having a side hustle, it's a lot of discipline and you have to kind of cut back on that a little bit. Give yourself space to figure out your new schedule. It's okay if on the first day, first week, first month, or later on down the line, you don't like your schedule, so you want to pivot. So be okay to be flexible. The next thing I learned was to definitely go with the flow. That is a part of me encouraging you to just go with the flow. That's kind of what it is. So for me, when I was in the 9 to 5 mindset framework, I was always on edge. I was always anxious. I was always trying to hurry up and get to the next dollar, get to full-time entrepreneurship. And now that I'm finally in the space that I've been working so hard for and that I've dreamed of, now it's like, all right, what's next? What I gotta do next? So I'm learning to relax, to enjoy the present, to enjoy the blessing that God has blessed me with, to go with the flow. That there is no, I guess when I'm in the 9 to 5 space, there was an exit strategy. There was my mindset of, I have to get to this point. But now that I'm here, there's no destination, it's a journey. I'm working towards new projects, I'm doing new things, taking on new partnerships and connections. And so I'm learning to go with the flow, because now I'm not trying to get out, I'm just trying to enjoy the experience, if that makes sense. So if you're in this space, newly to entrepreneurship, enjoy the flow, trust the process, learn all you can learn. So I'm learning that everything that I go through and experience is a learning process. So if there's a challenge, or if there is something that I stumble or fail, I try to find a lesson in it so I can continue to move and be better than I was before. But also, I've been learning is I'm my only competition. The only person that I should be going against is myself. And in this world of social media, like I always say, I struggle with comparison and comparing myself. So I've been monitoring, my time on social media, so I'm not basking in other people's, lives and comparing myself. Like, why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? So I'm learning to be grateful for where I am and be my own competition. My goal is to be better than I was yesterday. So remember that. Always work hard to be better than you were. You are your only competition. You are who you need to be, but you can always be a better person and do better, experience things on a deeper and higher level than you did the last time, or the time before, or the day before. Last thing I really learned was doing the work that fulfills me and not that pays me. When I say that, I mean, like, of course we do jobs, projects, things like that to get paid, but that's not my driving force. I don't take on a project because it's going to pay me X amount of dollars. I don't take on a project because I want to make more money. I take a project because I feel like this is fulfilling to me. I feel like I can bring a lot to this this relationship. So when I'm looking for clients, or if a client comes to me and wants to work with me, especially when it comes to the world of having an agency and providing marketing services, a lot of people are going to inquire about different things, but that doesn't mean that you always have to take them on. I have an idea of how I want my future to be. I have an idea of how I want my current lifestyle to be. So sometimes if there's a project that might take maybe like a long-term project that might take up a lot of my time, I know that I don't want to spend 8 hours a day working on a project. So I may not take that job versus something that only takes me 3 days a month, or it's only going to be a week out of a month, instead of something that's going to take a lot amount of time. So it helps me focus on what my values are. So I want to have free with my time. I want to be able to work from anywhere. I want to be able to enjoy the work that I'm doing. Also, I want to make money, but I don't want money to be the driving force, because when money is the driving force, I will take anything. Anybody that is trying to make more money will take anything that they get. So as you learn to not allow money to be the driving force and allow your values and what you see for yourself and doing work that fulfills you, you'll start getting clients that value you and what you have to add. You'll also start getting projects that make you be more fulfilled, because I think where that comes from money being the driving force, is me being in that 9-to-5 world, feeling like I have to work to make money. You know, I have to put up with this because I have to pay my bills. I have to put up with this because I can't leave, and where else am I gonna go? But now that I have transitioned, I'm in control of who I'm working with, the projects that I take on, the money that I make, and I don't have to be in that toxic mindset of, all right, well, I just got to do this because I need this money. I don't need the money, period. That's just what it is. God is going to continue to provide, and I know that as these things come, fulfilling work will show up to my doorstep, and if there's a lesson that's behind it, so be it. But I've been blessed enough to have this opportunity to do this, and yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. So too much, your girl is in. I've learned a lot of lessons, got a lot of blessings, and I thank you guys so much for your support. Thank y'all so much for watching my videos, my journey. I'm gonna keep you guys updated as usual. In October, I'm gonna do a new series for this, because I think you guys pretty much got the gist of my experience as a full-time entrepreneur. I'm not gonna stop updating you, but I'm not gonna update you as often, because sometimes there's not much to update about, since it's a day-to-day thing. Unless it's something that I've learned, I'll bring it to you. But I'm gonna start doing a series in October called the 9 to Thrive series, where I'm going to be providing you guys with tips and information on how to successfully start a business to leave your job, because I know there's so many people out there that are looking to quit their job, especially we're in this new era of, you know, I hate to say it, but they're calling it the Great Resignation, where a lot of millennials and Gen Z people are realizing that they don't need to work at places that are toxic. They don't need to work at places that don't pay them enough, that undervalue them, and that they can make money on their own terms, whether it be online, starting their own business, whatever the case is. So I want to pour into you guys, providing you with tips and tricks and things like that, that'll help you actually live life on your own terms, start your own business, start making money the way that you want to make money, and leave those jobs if that's what you choose to do. By all means, I'm not encouraging you to leave your job if you don't want to, but if that's something that you desire because you feel like that is not what you want to do, and there's more for you, if you feel like, you know, you have a gift inside of you and you want to impact people, this is definitely for you. So I hope you guys stay tuned. The 9 to Thrive series will start October 6th. So we'll meet back here every Wednesday, give y'all a little information on how to leave y'all jobs and start some businesses to get making that money and start doing fulfilling work to impact people. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.